Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! With my special car fan for rants. All right, we don't need to talk about me being no YouTube famous today. I have some things to say. Now, let me tell you something, okay? When I thought about making this video, I was like, I'm gonna pre-film a rant video. I'm gonna post it on Christmas Day, and then everybody can sit around with their families and they can go, oh my God, let's watch famous YouTuber of the world, Peter Monn. I love his rants. They're so funny, and he says what everybody else is thinking and whatever. And I was like, okay, I started thinking about some things that really do. Well, I didn't even, like, this is another one right now. I'm sitting outside of Honey Baked Ham. Don't even get me started, okay, on this Honey Baked Ham business. But anyway, so I started thinking about some stuff that I wanted to talk about, right? Well, then it's like Christmas Eve. It's this car just flew by. Don't you know I am making a video? It is Christmas Eve. It is 4:51 p.m. I have to be at my in-laws in 3 hours. Thank God, okay, they don't do Christmas Eve till late, but it'll go till 5 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, because they love to do the dancing and the singing and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I was like, I've basically been stuck in traffic all day long today because apparently everybody waits till the very last minute, including myself, to do anything, okay, on Christmas Eve. And then you're just in line with people and they're like, do you think Sally Joe would like this nail polish? Oh, I don't know. And it's like $1 a nail polish. And I'm like, get her 15. It doesn't matter. It's $1 a nail polish. She'll chuck it or re-gift it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, Christmas is so foolish. It's like we have stopped, like, Tony and I were talking about, my good Judy Tony and I were talking about this, okay? Oh, I am really getting heated. See, and I was going to talk about something else here. I have it all pulled up and everything right here. Okay. I like look down to see if you can see this person's name, but I have them blocked now, so it just says Facebook user. Okay. So anyway, Tanya Jean and I were up in the gas station. Now, we go to the same gas station every single night to get fountain pops. And we have a good Judy that works in here, and his name is Tony. Hey, Tony. He doesn't watch my videos. But anyway, Tanya and I were sitting there, and I said, oh, Tony, and we said Merry Christmas Eve. This was last night, okay? Somebody said you call Merry Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas Adam, because Adam comes before Eve. That is so stupid, okay? Who calls it that? But Merry Christmas Adam anyway. Well, now it's Merry Christmas, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, I said, and he goes, oh, Merry Christmas to you guys too. And I said, oh, Tony, we should have got you a Christmas present. And Tanya started laughing. She goes, we should have. And I go, oh, well, it's the thought that counts. So anyway, Tanya started talking about, like, oh my Lord, it is so hot in this car. So Tanya said, the cookies are done. She said, don't you think that we should stop buying Christmas presents for family members that we don't really care about, that we only see once a year anyway? And she's going to kill me when she sees this video. She's going to be like, oh my God, my family is going to kill me. They're going to see this video. Well, she sees her family a lot more than once a year, maybe. So anyway, she said, don't you think we should stop buying Christmas presents for family members that we don't really care about and we only see once a year? And we should start getting Christmas presents for people that we actually care about, like Tony, who works up in the gas station that we see every day. I said, exactly. I said, better yet, no Christmas presents for anybody. Back in the day, my mom, she'd always say that she liked homemade Christmas presents the best. And then when I would make her a homemade Christmas present, she'd look around like, well, where's my Louis Vuitton purse? You didn't get one. You got a poem. Get over it, okay? It's the sentiment, the poem, okay? It's better than a Louis Vuitton purse. That's where everybody that's like real serious is in the comments, and they're like, I would much prefer to have a poem by my child than a Louis Vuitton purse anyway. It's priceless. My mother, she really did like that. She'd like to have had a purse too, I think. But anyway, but listen, when you're 10, you do what you do. You know what I mean? So anyway, I had all these things I wanted to talk about in this rant today, right? But then it was like foolish crap on top of foolish crap started happening. And I was like, people have lost... I am literally screaming out the window. It doesn't matter! People have literally lost their mind over Christmas, okay? But first, before we get into that, I made a video about people taking my pictures and faking accounts, okay? And every time I talk about this, people like really misunderstand what I'm saying. They're like, I don't think you get it, okay? I don't think you mean, yes, I get it, okay? because it happens to me literally 20 times a day. I don't know anybody that this happens to more than me. And now, like, friends of mine on Facebook, okay, like, good friends of mine that are single women are like, Peter, this person is talking to me on Tinder or on Plenty of Fish or on eHarmony. They've, like, stolen your pictures, okay? I mean, this literally, I mean, no lie, I get at least 5 or 10 messages a day from people. True story, okay? And then what happens is they get mad, okay? They get mad at me, and these people start these conversations with them just to see if they'll say that they're me. Well, what's so funny is, and I don't know why, but it'll be like, they'll hit them up and they'll be like, hi, how are you doing? And then they'll say, and this is like somebody that like a coworker of mine, let's say, right? And they'll say, hi, how are you doing? And then the person will say back, oh, good, it's good to see you. And then they'll say back to them, you look very beautiful in your pictures. And it's like, why wouldn't you know from that? Like, yeah, I tell my friends they look good, but listen, okay? I wouldn't be like messaging you out of the blue at 3 o'clock in the morning and being like, you look very beautiful in your pictures, you know? Is that your standard poodle that's standing next to you? Oh, you know, like, it's so, like, what? And then they have these weird conversations, and then it always goes to, I have a Bitcoin account. They always want Bitcoin, okay? All of these scammers that are using my pictures, who, by the way, I'm 47 years old. They always age me up to 55 or 60, and they size me down. I'm 5'10" and a half. I'm almost 5'11", okay? And listen, when you're 5'10" and a half, you take any several inches family-friendly that you can get, okay? So anyway, they always size me down to like 5'6" or 5'5", okay? So basically these women, okay, and they're always engineers. They're always just some basic engineer. Apparently women of the world want real short men that are 60 and engineers. I guess that's what all women want. So anyway, I get the weirdest messages from people. And they always like, even though like they go and they message me through my Facebook page, which by the way, I never post on hardly ever. The other day I posted a video over there from one of my other channels and somebody was like, you never post over here. I never post on that channel, but if you went and looked at it, you would realize pretty quickly, okay, that A, I like men, B, I'm married, okay, and C, I like men, okay? Like, I'm not trying to scam nobody, and I have 5 YouTube channels. You would know that if you even looked at the page for 5 seconds. Whew. So I get all these stupid messages from people, right? Not my friends. My friends are the ones that are always like, Peter, this person is stealing your pictures. I reported it for you, but I just wanted you to know, whatever. People are always really nice. But these are the kind of messages I get. Now, I got this message from this woman, okay? This was on November 11th, right? I tried to not pay any attention to it for a while. So her first message is, you are a pretty weird guy, okay? With a smiley face and a heart. And I'm like, well, people have said worse, okay? I'm just saying, okay? People have said worse. So I'm like, I don't really know what, okay? And then she messages me. Now, these are all like right in a row, okay? She says, I hate liars and fake people. You are such a, and she uses the F word that mean boys and girls called me in elementary school with the T, with the OT. She used that word. This gal right here, okay, on a good day is maybe 65 using that kind of language talking to somebody. I was like, what, ma'am? No, you better step back, girl, because listen, okay? I have for 47 years endured that kind of BS to have to deal with it from you, right? She says, you should not have messed with me. And then she puts like the purple devil, whatever emoji. And then she says, this is so weird, okay? She says, I will give you some hell now. And then, I'm going to blank out her face so you can't see it, okay? So, there it goes. Oh no, I pulled it up big size, okay? Then she sends me a picture of herself, and she's just standing there, and she's like this. And I'm like, what is that? Okay? That's the hell she's giving me. And then she says, F you, but like the long way, right? And then, this is all on November 11th. And then November 12th, okay? She says, you are evil. With the devil emoji again. And she says, why are you luring women when you are gay? Or are you bisexual? How about a threesome? I was like, who's the weird one, girl? Like, seriously, how desperate are you, okay? And then she puts the smiley face emoji, a heart emoji, and then the sideways kiss emoji. And then, still November 12th, she says, I am really angry now that you messed with me, okay? Sad face, devil face, heated mad face. And then she says, check your Facebook, your pretty picture. And I'm like, I don't even understand what any of this means, but basically, you need to stay off the Kendall Jackson at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm just saying, okay? Or the box of wine or whatever, because this ain't it, okay? You are swiping left and right on Tinder, not even knowing what you're doing, okay? Coming along fools, and then I don't know how you're finding me on here. But anyway, because apparently it's somebody that used my real name, right? So I messaged her back and I said, you obviously have me mistaken with somebody who has stolen my pictures. Either way, the way you speak to other human beings is disgusting, okay? So then she messages me back and says, you are the one who is disgusting, luring women who you are definitely not interested in. I'm like, no, I did not, you crazy woman, okay? And then she says, and I thought you were so cute and sweet. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, this is the backstory of doing YouTube and having your pictures stolen, okay? I can't even get a sponsorship for my Instagram, okay? Don't nobody want to pay me to, like, hold up a fan and go, buy this fan for 5 cents, okay? But people are making money off my pictures left and right. So then she says, you have someone impersonating you on Mingle 2. I don't know what Mingle 2 is. I had no idea it existed. I've never heard of it, okay? And then she says, and he is doing a good job of it. He has all of your information. I am sorry for all the things I said. He is trying to get women and scam them, okay? Why I blocked her already? Because when I sent her the message, I blocked her, but it still sends me the messages, but it says you cannot reply to this conversation. So I can't reply to it anymore. And when it takes me to her, it won't take me to her profile, so I can't even respond to her now and say, like, I'm really sorry. By the way, you might not want to use the FT word with people, okay? It's just not nice, okay? It's just not really nice. And I do know that she has children because I can see it here in her Facebook picture. She's got a gang of grandchildren around her, okay? I hope none of them end up liking the people of the same sex, because if they do, grandma's a bigot. I'm just saying, okay? Your grandma's a bigot is what it is. So, stay off my page. Now, that's one of about 5 on there, but listen, I'm just so heated. I am hell with these people. Whoo. Listen, you can say what you want to say about me saying somebody's grandma's a bigot. My grandma went to prison. Okay, we talk about it all the time, me and my cousin Caroline. My grandma, she went to prison. Now, we didn't find out. We loved our grandma so much, okay? We loved her so much, but she really was good at cards, and she only wore pants. She hated dresses and skirts, and then later it kind of like all made sense to me, and I was like, oh, well, anyway. But we found out, we didn't find out that our grandma went to prison until like my mom was dead, and then like I asked my Aunt Kathy, and she didn't want to talk about it. But I said, what did grandma go to prison for? And she goes, embezzlement. And I go, oh my Lord. But then after my Aunt Kathy died, my cousin Caroline I found out that from Caroline's cousin on the other side, that our grandma didn't go to prison just once, but she went twice for embezzlement. Oh my God, grandma, we love you. I'm so sorry, grandma. My grandma back in the day, I would sit around her apartment and she would smoke one Salem after another, and she would watch her stories and Price is Right. And I would ask her questions and eat my chicken pot pie, and she would say, don't bother grandma while she's watching her stories. Anyway, I love my grandma. She was so good. But she went for Christmas, okay? She would always come over to her house. Now, she stayed at my mom and I's house during, like, on Christmas Eve, and then she would get up at about 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, my grandma was a teetotaler. She didn't drink. She hated alcohol. But anyway, my mom always called her a teetotaler. That means people that drink, right? So she would come over to our house at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then, she would come over to our house and stay overnight, right? And then she would put the turkey in the oven at like 4 o'clock in the morning, because we were going to have Christmas. You know, she'd put all that stuff ready, and she'd read the newspaper, and she'd sit down in the kitchen, and she'd smoke cigarettes and drink coffee. So Peter, okay, would get up in the morning and be like, is Santa here? And this is what I would hear downstairs. Because my poor grandma, she had such horrible emphysema because she smoked about 6 packs of cigarettes a day. I love you, grandma, but it's the truth. Anyway, so she gave Caroline and I the most amazing Christmases, okay? Every year we got pottery wheels and those spin art deals and all that kind of stuff, and then tracksuits. You know, like Jeffree Star has now, but they were like real nice ones, okay? The velour tracksuits. I think we had such great Christmases because my grandma went to prison for embezzlement. But anyway, I found out afterwards, true story, I talk about this on my vlog all the time, that my mom and my aunt, in between my mom's senior year and her freshman year at IU, her senior year in high school and her freshman year at IU, they spent the entire summer in Miami, Florida, and they stayed at the Delano Hotel the entire summer, right? And I said to my Aunt Kathy, I said after all this had happened, because I found out from my dad, This is not supposed to be my poor grandma on Christmas. I loved her so much. Anyway, so I did love her, but it's been a long time. But anyway, oh, there's a poor lady. She's still up on my feed, calling me all kinds of F and T's. Anyway, so but I said to my Aunt Kathy, I said, how did you guys afford to stay in Miami, Florida? This is not like secret information. This has been on my vlog a million times. I said, how did you guys afford to stay in Florida for an entire summer? And she goes, I don't know, probably on grandma's embezzled money or something like that. I said, Aunt Kathy, my lord. She goes, well, we didn't know. We didn't know it was embezzled. So anyway, it's so hot in here. Okay, Christmas. Speaking of my cousin Caroline, okay? You know, you don't want to get into fights with your family on Christmas. You just don't, okay? And we don't usually fight. We just really don't. But my cousin Caroline, she has already started it today, okay? Listen, and I hope she watches this video tomorrow while we're there. And I'm going to make her watch this video just so she knows the kind of SHI chut that she starts on Christmas. So listen, I shout out my cousin Caroline a lot. And then in my video yesterday, I even said, my cousin Caroline's the most giving, compassionate person in the entire world. Now, the reason I said that was because I did a review video yesterday of my favorite sprays of 2019, like hand sprays, whatever. Now, one of my favorite sprays, probably my favorite spray of 2019, was that Poopery. Now, you know that stuff that you spray in the toilet before you do your business so it doesn't stink? Okay, that stuff. Well, I found out about it from my cousin Caroline's house because she had it in every bathroom. Well, if you have that Poopery in every bathroom, it must tell you that your poop stinks or something, okay? Maybe your house stinks. My cousin Caroline said to me today, I was talking to her, I said, oh, Merry Christmas Eve, cousin. And she goes, Merry Christmas Eve, cousin. And that's what we call each other. We said we needed a reality show. We were going to call it cousin, but it didn't take off. So anyway, like sister, but it'd be cousin, you get it. Anyway, so I said, Merry Christmas Eve. She goes, oh, I was just watching your video. And I said, you did? And she goes, yeah, I commented on it. And I go, you commented on it? What did you say? And she goes, I said my house doesn't stink. I go, oh, Caroline, settle down. It was a joke. She goes, well, my house doesn't stink. I go, well, you do have that Poopery in there. I don't know why. Are you saying that your poop doesn't stink? So anyway, she's already wanting to start fighting with me. I mean, not really, but anyway, so we got laughing on the phone about things and like that. And then I said, do you remember grandma something? She goes, oh, here we go with the grandma and the prison stuff again. So anyway, I'm kind of like really obsessed about it though. We were talking one night and I said, you know, Caroline, I said, I have these haters out there. They're always wanting to try to dig stuff up on me. I said, if I talk about grandma enough, maybe they'll find it out for us because we don't know anything about what happened. We can't find anything. So all my haters out there, all my haters, okay? You want to spend all this time and energy doing stuff that don't really matter? Go find out information about my grandma that went to prison. We want to know. Like, we really want to know. So bad. So if you really think that your life is important by putting all this time and energy into hating on me and putting this information out there that don't matter, go find the real information. We want to know what happened to her. Then you can feel like my job as a hater has some purpose in the world. Okay, because we do. We want to find out really what happened to our grandma. I would live to find like my grandma's cellmate so bad. Oh my God, I would love to do a video called My Interview with My Grandma's Cellmate. I would live for that so much. They would tell me such nice things about my grandma and stuff like that. She was such a good cook. I wonder if she worked in the kitchen in prison. But anyway, she was such a good cook. I bet she did work in the, I bet she worked in the kitchen in prison. But anyway, my grandma had such a hard life. My mom always told me, she said, grandma always had such a hard life, and she would tell me all these stories and it was so sad. But anyway, my dad, when he told me, he said, your mom never wanted you to know because she wanted you, she and Aunt Kathy wanted you to love, and Caroline, she and Kathy wanted you and Caroline to love your grandma. I said, well, we do love our grandma. Just because she went to prison doesn't mean I don't love her. I know lots of people that went to prison. I'm a recovering alcoholic and addict. I know lots of people that went to prison. Girl, I didn't my share time in jail. I know lots of people that went to prison. Don't mean I don't love them, okay? I mean, it kind of depends on what they went to prison for, if you know what I mean. But it doesn't mean that I don't love them, okay? Like that, you know. He's like, well, they didn't want you to know, and blah, 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 whatever. But I kind of would have liked to have known the story. But anyway, he said to me, he said, you know, grandma had a really hard life, and I think that she probably took the money because she couldn't support her girls, you know, and what she was making. And I was like, my grandma was an OG. She was embezzling money. My Lord. Anyway, I know she'd feel so bad about it now, but my grandma was such a truth teller. I think she kind of would have told us today if she was around. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So let me just tell you, okay? I went to the mall to go get my husband. I'm going to show this tomorrow, and he'll already have it by now. But anyway, I went to the mall. I ended up buying some stuff for myself because it's Christmas, and listen, my whole family's dead, basically. So that ain't nobody going to give me any Christmas presents except for Caroline and Alex. So listen, why not buy Christmas presents for myself? Everybody else is dead. You're like, oh, my dad dad and my stepmom. But anyway, I mean, I got Alex's whole family. I guess everybody isn't dead. But anyway, enough people are dead. So anyway, I was going to the mall. Woo! I mean, it is so hot up in this car, you guys. So I was going to the mall, and of course, you know, like everybody in the world, I mean, I would not want to work at that Apple store. I walked by the Apple store, and it's as busy as a Saturday at 4 p.m. I was like, oh my God, I would not, like, why are you deciding that you need to come to the Apple store on Christmas Eve? That has got to be a hell that is right here on earth. So anyway, so I'm walking by, and all of a second, it's the season for miracles. All of a second, okay, I talked about the movie Season for Miracles on my review channel, which I did the Harry Potter butter brew latte. Okay, or is it this? Glamour shots, emoji, I don't know, it doesn't matter. So anyway, those emojis are stupid anyway. In 2020, can we get rid of emojis? Just like be done with them, okay? What would you do if you like, okay, if you opened your phone in 2020 and they had done an update on your iPhone? Because listen, everybody has an iPhone. Don't sit there and be one of those people that's like, well, I have an Android, who cares, okay? A smartphone's a smartphone, they're all the same thing anyway. It just means I can't call you free data. That's what it means. You've inconvenienced me with your Android. I'm just saying, okay? You have inconvenienced me because you did not go with the monopoly of the world, which is an iPhone. And don't even whip out your flip phone to me, because I can't be bothered with that kind of stuff. I never had one. I don't understand them and whatever. But I did have this little Nokia phone that they had with the Charlie's Angels. I loved it so much. It was red. It was so cute. But anyway, so I'm going through the mall, and I'm like, oh my God, what is all these people? All these people were standing in this huge circle, right? And they're all like, you could tell they were like kind of like animated. And I was like, what is going on? So I get closer and I go, there are all these little kids, and there was this little girl, and she had this like red velvety dress on with this like crinoline underneath it, and so she was so excited. It was all these people getting ready to go see Santa Claus, which I thought was kind of foolish. I thought, now you're taking your kid to go see Santa Claus at 3 o'clock on Christmas Eve? Don't you think the children might figure out that Santa Claus is a little busy to be in Indianapolis, Indiana in a mall? Okay, I'm just saying, okay? Does not take the brainiacs of the world to figure out that Santa Claus of the whole world that he has to travel to. By the way, it is already Christmas Eve night, and he's traveling at parts of the world right now delivering choice. But apparently he's also sitting in the Simon Mall, Fashion Mall in Indianapolis, taking pictures with people on his lap. I'm just saying, okay? Common sense, folks. Let's figure it out. It doesn't make any sense. Well, at the time that I walked by, it was like 3:45 or something like that. And this dad goes, these two dads are like standing in front of each other, right? I'm thinking, and the kids are right there. And this one dad goes, I mean, people are just bitter, right? And he goes, where is he? Because he was supposed to be here at 3 o'clock. And the other dad in front of him goes, and I'm like literally walking by right as they say this. And he goes, he's probably drunk sitting back there somewhere. And I'm like, oh my God. So sure enough, there's this line a mile long, right? Of all these people that are foolish enough to take their kids to go see Santa on Christmas Eve. I don't know, maybe it's a tradition or something. I don't know. Somebody in my comment section right now is real upset. They're like, it has been a tradition of ours for 25 years to take our kids to see Santa on Christmas Eve. Get over it. Blow it out your kick rocks, but I love you. Anyway, keep on watching. I mean, I just think, like, don't we have better things to do? Like, be stuck in traffic at, you know, and then in the lines at Costco on Christmas Eve and taking your kids to go see Santa Claus? I'm just saying. So anyway, but this has gotten real long, isn't it? I'm almost at the end of this. I'm gonna have to stop it and keep on going. So anyway, the dad in front of him, so I keep on walking, and sure enough, there's a big chair, right, with no Santa Claus, 2 elves standing on either side of it looking like hell's bells. We better get out of here before these people come for us. Okay, so then I go in and do all my shopping, all that kind of stuff, right? And I'm standing in line. I went to Nordstrom, and I got this sweatshirt. Y'all want to see it? It's real cute. Anyway, I bought it for myself. It didn't have a tag on it, and I said, if it's $100, I can tell you right now I don't want it. And she looked it up, and it was on sale for $37. Look, it says Champion sweatshirt. Isn't that so cute? That's mine. Okay. But anyway, there was this guy that came next to me, and he was like real bothered, right, that he had to wait, and he had like these shirts, and he needed boxes and all this kind of stuff. And I thought, well, if you're so bothered, you shouldn't have waited until the last minute to do Christmas shopping like I did. Get over it, right? So anyway, on the radio above, they're playing Christmas music, and they play that Malele Kaluka Hockey. You know that song that Frank Sinatra did back in the day? And this guy starts singing it every word, and I thought, out of every Christmas song in the entire, it's gonna stop, hold on. Okay, I'm back. And I'm thinking to myself, out of every Christmas song in the entire world, Holly Jolly Christmas, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, Jingle Bells, Silent Night, all that kind of stuff, the one you know is that Malele Kakalakalaki. Cock-a-lock. I don't know that song. Y'all know which one I'm talking about? I hate when it comes on, okay? I hate that song. My husband the other day, we were in the car, he goes, I have never heard this song in my entire life. And I go, you've never heard this song? I go, I hate this. Number one, I hate the Chipmunk song. Number two, Kalele Haka Kaka Kaka. I don't like that song. I don't know the words to it, but he knew every single word and he was driving me crazy. I was like, I cannot get out of this store fast enough. Okay, so then I had to go to Macy's and get some pants, okay? Because listen, it's Christmas and I gotta have some pants so I can fit into so I can eat. Basically, that's what it is. So anyway, so I go up into the Macy's, and everything's on sale, but of course, everybody was at the Macy's. Well, you know who was at the Macy's? Everybody that works there but wasn't working today came there to shop, okay? And they were all like around me in line, and they were all talking. So I get up to this woman. My God, this woman, most fantastic employee I've ever seen in my entire life, okay? There must have been 10 people in front of me in line. This woman smiled the entire, she could not be bothered with no negativity or toxicity, okay? She was so positive, and anyway. So I get up there, right? And I said, you are so happy. I said, I am, like, you are just like the most positive person in the entire world. She goes, thank you. She goes, I will say I'm not as positive as the person ringing the bell outside. I go, really? She goes, I think she's nipping in the alcohol. I go, what? All of these Christmas folk being accused of being alcoholics, my Lord, you're coming for us left and right. She goes, she's just out there ringing that bell, just ringing that bell. She goes, when I went by her, she was like talking to herself and she was like yelling at me and stuff. She goes, she's never been like that. Today was the first day. I go, well, maybe she's just having a bad day. She goes, well, she's got an awfully large purse with her. I think she's got a bottle of vodka or wine or something in there. I said, my Lord, I go, maybe she's having a tough day. It's Christmas. Folks have tough times at Christmas. She goes, I know. She goes, I'm gonna, you know, go out there and give her some money a little bit or something like that. Then she tried to turn around and be nice because she realized she was just being straight up evil at that point. And after I thought she was the nicest person in the entire world. These are the people you can't trust, okay? The people that smile at your face and they stab you in the back, just like her, okay? That poor gal sitting out there ringing the bell. Who'd want to ring that bell on Christmas Eve? Not me, ding-a-ling-a-ling. I'd be over it. So anyway, then I'm like, okay, it's getting late. I got to get all this kind of stuff, and I still got to do this rant video so I can post it on Christmas Eve. I mean, Christmas is just not Christmas anymore, especially when it's 48 degrees. It was 57 all day today. I've been sweating bullets up in this car running around, been stuck in traffic all day long. It's just, Christmas is not fun anymore. You know, I said to my cousin Caroline, I said, we need to get, I said, Merry Christmas. She goes, Christmas is just, she's like, it's a sell. I said, Caroline, don't be like that. And she goes, I know, I'm going to try to get in the Christmas spirit. And I said, I was pissed because this present that I had ordered for her son that was supposed to come all the way from China, I think it's finally there today. But anyway, one of the presents, and she goes, who cares about presents? Presents are stupid anyway. Says the person that gives the best presents. I said, well, my God, I hope you got me a present this year, Caroline. She goes, it's not going to be like other Christmases. And I was like, oh, God, and I spent so much money on yours. I mean, finally, the one year I do something real nice and I don't get anything in return for it. But anyway, that's the spirit of Christmas, isn't it? Listen, let me tell you a little secret, okay? My mom back in the day, this is how she did Christmas cards. She didn't, okay? She did New Year's cards. And when somebody would send her a Christmas card, she'd send them a New Year's card. But if they didn't send her a Christmas card, she didn't bother with them, okay? She didn't care about them. She'd just be like, kick rocks. So anyway, all right, I think I'm done ranting now. It's just been a crazy Christmas Eve, and this wasn't so much of a rant, well, the first part of it was, as it was just kind of telling you about the world. I missed my grandma. I missed her so much. She was so good, but I definitely missed her presents from her embezzled money. I do, though. Oh, my God. If that was the kind of presents that we got when we were like 10, and 12, I can't even imagine. We probably get cars for Christmas this year. Grandma will be buying us houses and cruises and shit like that. Oh my God, I can't even imagine. We got so screwed. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you're having a fantastic Christmas, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.